Hello, I'm Larry Springer, State Representative from the 45th Legislative District, which includes parts of Kirkland, Redmond, and Sammamish, plus the cities of Woodinville, Carnation, Duval, and East King County. The 2010 legislative session is over, and at the end of every legislative session, we often reflect back to look at successes and failures. Every session has them both. I think to start off with, I'd have to say what I'm most disappointed in was our inability to pass a clean water bill that would help deal with groundwater pollution. I worked hard on that bill the last 3 weeks of the special session, but we just simply were not able to muster the votes. That bill will be back again next session, and I'll be working on it again. But if you take a look at this session as a whole, probably our biggest achievement was simply coming up with a balanced budget. As you know, the state has faced the largest budget deficit in state history over the last 2 years. Over $12 billion was the deficit. We have filled that deficit and balanced the budget with a series of help from the federal government, to be sure, and some fund transfers, budget cuts, and lastly, about $800 million in new taxes and fees. So we raised revenue to the tune of about $800 million. That's less than 7% of the solution for that $12 billion budget. While doing that, we did preserve funding for K-4 class size enhancement. We passed a groundbreaking education reform bill. We preserved, for example, adult day health. And much of that was dependent on that final revenue package. My major responsibility this session was to work with our revenue team to come up with that revenue package. It's not perfect. None of us agreed with everything that's in it. But in the end, I think it is as fair a package as we could come up with, and I'm proud to say that we got out of here, albeit after a special session, with a very, very difficult budget deficit solved. So I'd be happy to chat with any of you about what's in that revenue package or the rest of the budget, or to hear any of your concerns about this past legislative session. You can contact me. The information is at the bottom of the screen. Thanks again for paying attention and listening to during this legislative session, and I hope to hear from you. Thank you very much.